What's going on, YouTube? It's the Green Chiz. Happy New Year to everybody out there. Hope everybody's having a good year. It's been a great 24 hours for me. New year, same things. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Not going to be changing it up. Sorry to disappoint you if you guys are hoping I'd change the way I do things, but I'm not going to. So, I have a bunch of CGC slabs that have really high grades that I really want to get changed to SGC. So I went through at least a handful of them. I probably went through about 100 of them, and I came away with 12, 15, 11, 13 different slabs that I think are really good condition and don't deserve the 9 grade. So I'm just going to go through and show you some of the conditions on these cards, and just basically, I'm really hoping for a 9.510 from SGC. This will be my third submission in a row to SGC. I had a Yu-Gi-Oh! Bulk submission. I think it was like 5 cards or something like that. And then I just did a SGC Express, trying to cross-grade my 9.5 Expedition Charizard and a CGC 9 Lugia, but I didn't crack those. These cards I plan on cracking to remove the bias. So I'm going to jump right into this and show you what these cards look like and see what we can come away with. So most of these are 9s. There's maybe 1 or 2 8.5s. But I was basically looking for stuff that was really clean. They're really stringent on their centering at CGC. The centering is not terrible here. The best way to look at it is these 2 edges. You could see this side's a little bit thicker, but it's not too bad. But the main thing, I need to take probably all these out of here. We'll just run it. Is looking at the corners and edges. And this, yeah, that's beat up. This bag's like trashed. So that's exciting. But all these corners are really clean. And they gave it 9.95 or 9.5, 9.5. And there's a bunch of them in here that have like 8.5s. So this one is one of the better cases. This one looks really good. A Vileplume. There's a Dragonite. Let's just fast forward to get all these unsleeved. Alright, you gotta love movie magic. All the sleeves have been removed somehow. It's a miracle. So we're going to jump right into how the conditions of these cards look. As you can see, there's almost no whitening on this card. Little nick here. So this will give me a really good gauge as to how they grade cards at SGC. Having all these pre-graded, me knowing their grades from CGC and seeing how they get affected over at SGC. So this will be a huge, huge learning curve for me. This card's really clean. Another one. So hoping for some 10s. That would be huge, because there isn't a whole lot of value for me in a SGC 9.5. I'd almost rather have these in 9s at CGC, but I guess we'll see. We'll see how they, I feel like the liquidity will go down just because they don't sell as much through SGC yet. But another card, really clean. Most of these you're seeing do not have 8.5 corners and edges. I think there is a couple in here that do. Let's find one. Yeah, so this Diglett was pretty confused why it got 2 8.5s after looking at this yesterday, briefly. It's got a little nick there. It's smaller than that other one we saw. And that's it. In general, this card looks really clean. And I love Diglett, so if I can cross that one over, that'd be cool. Right now, still at SGC, though, the price point's $30 to submit bulk, or that's their lowest tier, which is kind of rough. So hopefully they change that soon. But this Charmander also looks really good. The 8.5 surface. Every single card gets an 8.5 surface. This one I could see scratches. You could see those. So maybe I won't send this one in. Those are on the card, it seems. So Charmander might have just got ruled out. It was tough to see through the plastic. But they are super hard on centering. Another minty looking card. Venusaur, the centering looks damn good. Another one looks really good. So these are going to go through like this, like I said, the $30 submission tier. I'm going to do a video cracking these open to see if I can destroy any of them in the process. This one's got an 8 surface, so something's got to be really scratched if that 8.5 had a few scratches. There's one there under the ability. But yeah, so they're estimating 30 to 45 business days turnaround time. So this one having a scratch, I almost just want to send it to see how they grade the scratch. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only scratch I was seeing. So that would give me a really good idea. This one's got 8.5 corners and surface. See if we can see a scratch. Not really seeing, it's not jumping off the page at me like the other ones. Here's the back. I think it's got a little white nick on the bottom left. A little on the top left. As far as surface goes, I don't know. Quick glance, I don't see it. Maybe able to see it better outside of the card. That'll give me a better idea. This is basically the same exact grade we just looked at. So let's see if this one has a scratch, and it does. Right here in the attack box. This one's whitening looks improved. Almost no whitening on the tops. Maybe a little bit on the bottom left. This card looked really good, I remember looking at it. Because what I did, I went through my box of these, did quick glances, like, okay, no, barely any whitening, some whitening, one corner neck, and wanted to determine which ones would be, give me a good idea to send. This one looks really clean. SGC reverse foil Magikarp 10 would look cool, huh? And Totodile. Let's see if there's a scratch. Again, it's not jumping out at me. Maybe it has something to do with the back surface, but those are really tough to tell, especially if it's a scratch through a case. But the corners again look really clean. So these are pretty good. Like, if you're buying 8.5s, 9s from CGC, man, these cards are pretty clean. This card I bought at a local game store. They had they had this box sitting behind, and there's a hair in there, nice. They had a box sitting behind their their table, their counter, and said old hollows. So of course I asked to go through it. This is the first time I've gone to the new local game store here where I live, and they had tons of vintage hollows. A lot of them were unsleeved. I'd say the average price was $10. This one was sitting in there in a beat up penny sleeve, a beat up one. So I'm like, this thing's not going to be in good condition. But come to find out, this thing is really clean. And I asked him the price, and he charged me $170, which fair market price. But this thing is going to SGC and not CGC. So maybe I'm a changed man. I haven't even received a SGC slab back yet, and I'm not even sending to CGC. So what's that tell you? I know this doesn't have a chance at a CGC 10 or a PSA 10 likely, because it's got this corner has got like the weird cut edge on it. CGC would hammer that. They 0 F's given. So that's like an 8.5 corner to them. At PSA, it's anyone's guess how they'd want to treat it, but it looks really clean. The corners all look really clean. There's a couple of really, really light scratches in this top foil on the card. Let's see if I can get it in there. Might not even be able to show you. But yeah, a couple in this top foil. But it's got the swirly boy, man. Right, like the only place you would want the swirl on this card is this is like the only spot you could get a full swirl on this Blastoise, which is pretty cool. So that'll be going with them. But look forward to the next video. I'm going to be cracking these slabs. Hopefully it's the next video. I got to make sure I got the right tool here, and I might not. So that might be delayed a couple days. So stay tuned. We'll leave y'all with that. Let me know what you think. Grade wise, which card do you think has the best chance of getting me my SGC 10? I'm hoping a lot of them do, but we'll see. So y'all have a good one. Peace.